Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your comments below. I love hearing about you guys' experiences. Okay, there we go. Alrighty then. We'll make sure I get the best view. Alright guys, we are in this. We are talking about soul urge number 2, I believe this is. Yes. Heart's desire, soul urge number 2. So we are about to get into it. This is kind of a reading for February because February is all about connections. But it is timeless. So at whatever time you get this reading, that's when it is necessary for you. So let's open up and talk about our soul urge 2 for a little while. We have peace, comfort, gentle, very sentimental, security. So security in this sense is kind of like this kind of emotional, mental type of security, kind of like feeling secure in your relationships. And then we have intuitive. 2 is normally an intuitive number. So while I was pulling cards, before I went into this reading, I was getting the song Just In Case by Jaheim. The song itself, like I used to listen to it as a kid, and I like the song. As an adult listening to it really is bullshit because he is literally talking about leaving and maybe he'll make it home, maybe he won't, but it's kind of like this thing, like he says that he loves this girl, but like really if you loved her, why would you put yourself in a situation where you may not come home? Like, are you going to war? Like, what is happening? Like, do you have a some kind of job that's dangerous? Like, what is going on? In this particular case, I am getting the energy that you guys are dealing with somebody who is going out of their way to put themselves at risk, and you need to be a little bit careful. So we have what is making you feel stuck, current mental space right now, and then we have advice cards over here. So let's start with these two cards. What is making you feel stuck? Look at this. So we have the Page of Cups, and then we have the Four of Pentacles, right? The Four of Pentacles is like this stingy type of energy, right? So what is keeping you stuck? Somebody has like your love, I guess. They have you attached. It's giving me the emotional entrapment. It's crazy how that keeps coming up, but I'll leave a card with that video at the top of the screen. Those are the cards. So that you guys can click on that if you want to, so that you can get a further dive into what emotional entrapment is and how it really like fucks with your mental and relationships. With the Page of Cups here, the Page of Cups, first of all the pages are students, right? But we know cups are like this emotional type of energy, this intuitive energy, which you guys are. I feel like you are allowing this idea of someone, their potential, to kind of drive you into sticking with the relationship, and it is not beneficial to you, right? Because at the end of the day, I see that this emotional attachment is kind of holding you back. You may feel secure. 4 is a number of security, as well as the Four of Pentacles itself is about saving. However, I like to read the Four of Pentacles of kind of like holding on to things and like not paying attention to the other things that are around you. So it's kind of like, yeah, you are saving money here, but it's like you would make more money if you were to invest, or, like spend it on something. I guess it's investing. Spend it on something that could make you more money, or that could introduce you to a place where you can make more money. It's a very stingy, selfish energy. Now, I don't know, this could be someone holding on to you or you holding on to someone, but it's definitely a feeling of being stuck, and definitely you need to break free. Okay. So we have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. And then we have 27, which is a letter. It has the Seven of Swords at the bottom. And that does give me the energy that you guys may have received some kind of message. Um, and you're kind of like waiting for it to play out, right? But the Seven of Swords here is telling me that somebody did kind of initiate this message to keep you in kind of a stuck mental state. What I'm getting right now with February being a month two, you guys being Heart's Desire two, reevaluating, really reevaluating those connections and making sure they are beneficial for you, making sure you're not keeping connections regarding because of doubt or fear or anything like that. I do get this. 2 and 7 come to a 9, which is ending. You guys are twos. This card does represent the 7 of Swords as well. So that's two things to discuss here, right? So this is you. And this is somebody kind of stealing from you or playing some kind of mental manipulation, some kind of mental mind games, and it needs to end. You guys are going to continue being stuck in this cycle. If you stay focused on those past regrets, if you continue to hold on to things that no longer serve you, and I know I say this a lot, but we all do it, right? We all have this idea. We get into this mode like, hey, this has been working for me, right? And things are going to work until they don't. So when things stop working for you, you have to have the knowledge, the wherewithal to be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to move on from this because at this point now, it is detracting from me, from who I am. And that's pretty much how it goes with cycles, right? Cycles are like this constant changing thing. It constantly goes on and on and never stops. So that means that you can't stop either. You can't stop creating goals. You can't stop moving forward. You can't stay stuck in this comfortable place because it can become dangerous for you. So we have the Three of Cups, right? This is the Three of Cups in reverse. So a couple things. Three of Cups in reverse is about a reconciliation. And this is keeping you stuck. I think that you guys feel like you're going to be I almost feel like there's some position like, okay, so I'm getting court, right? So for some of you guys that are going to court, you're waiting for some kind of verdict so you can move forward, right? And Spirit is saying, you forget that verdict. Go ahead and move forward. Go ahead and do the things that you have to do. You are being given new intuition, new vibes, new love. Like Spirit is handing you this new energy so that you can move forward. And the thing about it is that Spirit is encouraging you to separate from something or somebody, encouraging you to have like this disunion. And with the three is about communication. Three is also about relationships. You guys need to communicate the relationship that you actually want. So if something's not working out for you and you're staying in that energy, you will continue to be stuck in a cycle. Um, and then there's this thing here again, emotional entrapment, regret. Like, hey, it's kind of like a buyer's remorse. So it's kind of like, hey, I feel like I wasted all this time in here, right? I feel like it's like getting a degree in some shit that that you just can't find a job in, and you're like, well, I got this degree, and even though I'm not interested, let me keep going forward with this instead of changing kind of your reality, changing your mind about something and moving forward in what you actually want to do, what you need to do. So last one, we got Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the tower. It actually means hell, and the tower is like on fire. So I do get a little conflict with that. But you guys are kind of afraid of some kind of relationship failing, some kind of union breaking up. But as long as you stay attached to this other person, it is going to keep you in the cycle. So there is a relationship that you do need to end. It may not be an intimate relationship. It could be a friendship, could be a job, could be family. I don't want you guys to be like, oh yeah, like, yeah, I'm supposed to break up with this person. I don't know. Use your intuition. You guys have plenty of it. But I do know one thing: we have peace and comfort over here. Peace, comfort, security. If someone in your life isn't providing that for you, or they don't even have to provide it, but if they interrupt your peace, right? If they interrupt your comfort, right? If they interrupt your security, you need to separate yourself from it. All right, so we are going to move on. Let's see, to our current mental state. All right, I'm just writing that down so I can remember. So we are going to start here. Looks like we have 3 cards here for your current mental state. Okay. All right, so we have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Swords, and then we have we have the Lovers. I was about to call them the couple because they're named the couple in one of my decks, in my Orisha deck. So anyway, so currently right now, I do see that you are very intent on making some kind of relationship work out. Um, to me, right, I am reading you as this feminine energy because 2 is a very feminine number. And then this opposite person has a masculine energy. If you can see here, her tree has fruit on it. Her tree has bloom. She has a snake here, and then she doesn't have any clothes on. So just to speak on what is it, symbolism, right? Nudity is a vulnerability. It's about being vulnerable. I have no doubt in my mind that this represents some kind of Adam and Eve kind of like symbolism, I should say. I am going to say that, in my opinion, Eve gets a bad rap just because somebody say, hey, you want to try this. It's not their fault that you tried it. This is a grown-ass man who was here first and decided to partake in whatever the fruit was. Like, I'm just going to leave it at that. But I do think the teaching is a little skewed. But you know, that's however that represents to you. But I'm gonna say, for my symbolism, a snake does represent healing, right? Because they shed their skin and then they heal it over. But at the same time, a snake represents a snake, like a snake in the grass. Somebody's being sneaky and who's going to bite you at any moment now. So currently, I feel like you guys are hung up on some kind of past trauma of being bit by a snake, right? Having trouble healing from that bite. And then going forward, like, hey, I don't want to be the snake. Hey, I don't want to be the snake. Hey, I don't want to be the snake. But just know, if you are in a position where somebody kind of gives you something to manipulate you or anything like that, you can kind of you know, you have a choice, basically. In this case, it's like one of those things where people are scamming, right? So let's use it in today's age. So there are those scams out there where they're like, hey, if you invest, you know, $200, I can get you $2,000. And it's just like, well, where's that money going to come from? You know, money don't grow on trees. You know how hard it is to get money. But people fall for scams because they're desperate, right? And in that case, it's kind of like on you because you're trying to do some shit that you know is not right in the first place. And so that's what the past was. It was somebody suggesting something that was wrong in the first place and then kind of messing you over with that thing. And I think that's the part that you don't see. So right now you are getting new energy and you are being motivated, but there's a lot that you don't see about the past choices that you have made. So I really need you guys to take a deep dive into what really happened with that relationship, and then really consider what it is that was like, what part did you play? Right? Let's not bullshit ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves. What part did you play? And then just know that you're not that person, or you're no longer that person, whatever the case may be. Give yourself some motivation to move forward the right way. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. You guys are being slammed right now with intuition. You probably came across this video, was like, oh my God, like you guys are being just like smacked in the face. Like the dreams you have are coming to fruition. Like you know, like you feel this energy. And again, I feel this feminine energy. Now, we can talk about feminine and masculine energy. I tell you guys all the time, feminine energy is this energy to receive. It is your vulnerability. It is love, intuition. Feminine energy is like water, right? Whereas masculine energy, it's kind of like this fire energy. It's the do, it's the destruction. Let's get shit done. Let's burn shit to the ground. It can be used as good, right? When you're off on an adventure, or you're trying to actively get something done that is going to bring you a peace of mind or bring you comfort. That is also masculine energy. But right now, Spirit is saying that you are doing too much and you need to fall into your feminine energy, right? If we look at these cards, honestly, all three of these cards are masculine, right? We have fire, air, air. This is Gemini, Libra, and this is all of the fire signs. So Aries, I was about to say Aries, Libra, Aquarius. Help me, Spirit. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. So you guys have this fire energy and this air energy that's really, really heavy, right? So fire and air is a dangerous combination, because when you think about it, all air does is, but it puts more fuel on the fire. It might as well be gasoline, right? So I do want you guys to recognize actions that you've taken in the past. I want you to make sure you are forgiving yourself, because I see a lot of reminiscence. So you guys are reminiscing a lot about the past right now. And then you are also getting a lot of intuition. And it kind of goes hand in hand, because when you think about like things, like ways that you messed up in the past, or ways that people like kind of messed you over in the past, it can give you new intuition to look into your current experiences and your current life, to see what will work out for you or what won't work out. Current state. Okay. So let me turn this over and just go over this real quick. With the one here, and these are documents, right? So we have documents back to back. You guys are in some kind of contract that is just not working out for you. That's what I'm gonna say. The contract has not been working out for you. You guys have been feeling insecure in it, but you have been going forward, because at the end of the day, you feel like this is gonna bring you some kind of satisfaction, some kind of good things, is gonna bring you happiness. That is the thought. But clearly with this Two of Swords, there's something that you are not seeing about the choices that you are making. So Spirit is saying, hey, you need to heal yourself and take another look at the paperwork. Ten of Swords. Okay. Ten of Swords is harsh endings. Ten of Swords is backstabbing. You guys are in the middle of some kind of battle that emotionally and mentally is really messing with you. Now, I'm not going to say you're losing the battle, but you are losing, right? Regardless of whether you win in court, or you win the things that you want, or you are on paper the winner, you're losing emotionally. You're losing mentally. This shit has you stuck, has you trapped, has you not wanting to move forward, blocking some of the choices that you need to make. It's keeping you in a state. And one of the reasons why you keep looking back and trying to figure out, hey, what happened here, is because spirit is trying to have some kind of breakthrough with you. All right, let's pull a rune. Y'all reading long. Y'all reading is long. Let's pull a rune, honey. Hell yeah. Righto. Now listen, y'all. Righto is literally means journey, right? It sounds like ride, so that makes it easy to remember for me. And it's literally a R, which helps remember the letter. I don't really go through the letters, but we will. We will one of these days. So one of the big things that I learned over this last year is that um, the goal has to be worth the journey. Anytime you set out on a goal, your entire way there, I'm not going to say should be enjoyable, but it should 100% be worth it, right? Because when you think about it, right, when you work toward a goal, how you got to that goal is how you're going to keep it. So it's just like a relationship, right? When you get with somebody and you put all this effort in, when you get them, you still are going to have to put that effort in. You know what I'm saying? Like, otherwise, everything's going to fall apart. And that's like with everything else in life. So if it's not worth it, if you don't want to go through all of this with this person and talking to them all the time and putting forth the effort with work, with any goal, guys, any goal, then it's not going to be worth it to you. And in the end, when you hit that and you're like, damn, I have to keep doing this, you're going to be disappointed. We're going to be in this buyer's remorse energy. Okay. So, yeah, this part is all about buyer's remorse. Seriously. Um, this isn't something that you guys actually want. The idea of it sounded good, but it's a lot that you haven't seen in it that's coming to light that you definitely need to pay attention to. All right. So last thing I'm gonna say is 10 represents the ending of one cycle, beginning of a new cycle. 10 is a stagnant energy. It's about being stuck. It absolutely is. Because spirit is like, hey, we're on our way to this next cycle, but unfortunately, you haven't been doing everything that you need to do. So I need you to get your act together so we can move on to this next step in our journey. All right, last one, guys. And these are your advice cards. So let's pull them. Advice for our twos. Yes. All right. So I do get that you guys do need to focus on the balance, right? Balance that you have in your life, balance that you have in your relationships, mental, like, right? Sentimental, gentle. You guys need to be loved. You need to be loved. You can't always be pouring into someone else's cup, right? And what I get here with the 8 going to 7 is that you guys are kind of scared of taking this step backwards because you don't know what it's going to be. You've built up all of this emotional attachment to this thing or this person or this idea, and you don't know what's going to be on the other side when you walk away from that. That's fine, guys. Life is a journey. Sometimes you got to take a chance, right? And what I'm also getting here is kind of like you need to kind of go on this path, on this journey to bring balance back to your life. You need to, a lot of the emotions that are built up, I'm getting is resentment. You guys are in a place of resentment. You have resent some things that you have built. However, you've been scared to move forward because you don't know. You don't know what it is, right? And that fear in you, it does represent an illusion. Fear is bullshit. I mean, honestly, unless there is like a car coming at you right now, unless there's somebody pointing a gun at you right now, what the hell are you afraid of? Why are you so scared? If there's no imminent danger, the fear is bullshit. Imminent danger is the only time you should feel fear. Otherwise, it is a useless emotion. But I read it here everywhere, just stuck because you don't know what's on the other side. Cut the cords, honey. Look, with the Eight of Cups and the cut the cords, it's time for them to go. It's time for you to move on from this situation. It's time. It is time. Again, I'm going to say it again, right? If it's not bringing you peace, or if it's interrupting your peace, interrupting your comfort, your security, right? If it's making you into a cold-hearted person, if it's removing away your vulnerabilities, if it's causing you to build up a wall, you can't trust people, you can't trust this, you can't trust that, you need to move away from it. Okay? Don't allow people to steal your joy. Don't allow people to take away from you. You guys are in a situation that you wanted peace. So you'll do whatever just so people won't be arguing. You want security. So you'll stay at this bullshit ass job just so you don't have to worry about how you're going to make rent or how you're going to, buy your food. But you also haven't been like taking extra time out of the day to look for a new job or to invest in yourself because you haven't seen the value in it. You haven't seen the worth in it. And a lot of that is coming from you have energy vampires around you. You have been off balance for way too long. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles definitely represents energy of, it's kind of like you are collecting all of these things, right? And they're going good for you, mostly. So I do think that you guys have the ability to build up the things that you want in life, but you just have to believe in yourself. With the Nine of Pentacles here, you have the ability to do it. And you have everything that you need to build upon it. You have been kind of putting forth the effort. I feel like you guys have it. Like, you know what you need to do. That's what I get. You guys have built up everything that you needed to build to have the success and the achievements that you desire. You just have to, you need the faith. You need to have faith in yourself, okay? I just saw Canaz, but I'm not going to pull it. I'm going to see what else we get. Canaz is the torch, by the way. Truth, open secrets, enlightenment, knowledge. So we have Fehu. That is not Fehu. I hate when I do that. It's Ansus. Fehu would have been better, but you know what? Ansus makes more sense because it means message, right? Revelations, signs, visions. We talked about those earlier. You guys are getting everything that you need. And I think that is another big thing with Spirit, because they're like, hey, we're telling you the truth. You don't have to worry about it. Like, you already know what is going to happen. You already know, what's coming next. You just have to kind of put forth the effort to acknowledge that. Okay? So, yeah, that is really all I have for my Soul Urge 2's Heart Desire. I really prefer to call it Soul Urge. I really have no idea why. But, yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Make sure you guys remember that happiness is always the goal, okay? I don't know what that was, but I'm going to find it. And, yes, I'm going to see you guys next time.